Well, hello, welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am working on my Starly. I am actually piecing it right now. Thought I would bring you along for it. I have turned the light on my machine off down here so you can see. I know you can't really see, and that makes it dark all around me. So we're just going to work around with what we have right now. And I am still working with a mic situation. So I thought I would use my old one tonight, but I realized it had no charge on it. So we have no mic. So if I'm low sounding, I'm so sorry. But one day I'll get it figured out. It may not be tonight though. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking all of my squares or my blocks. And oh, this is dark under here. But yes, so our weather has been kind of all over today. And I just really wanted to come in and get started on piecing the Starly together, because my goal is to have this done before the weekend so I can carry it to the long arm and have it quilted. Or that's the goal anyway. I may not get all of the blocks put together tonight. But that will be okay if I don't. Because it's really no rush on this one. Because I do have the pressed flowers also to work on. I will work on my pressed flowers, my last block, and then I'll see about getting my finishing fabrics. And y'all, if y'all know anybody that has the Sugarberry by Bunny Hill Designs, please let me know. Tell me about them. Put their link down in the comments. Anything, because this has been one that's really difficult to find the fabric. But I started this, it was like the 5th or 6th month when I started doing this. Let's see, I'm just getting 2 different colors here. Just going to put them together and sew. You know, I think if I turn it the other way, that these things will nest. And I think they do. But, oh, I'm sorry, you probably can't hear me because I'm not talking real loud. But I've been sitting here catching up on my channels that I watch, and there is just, whew. I don't watch just sewing and quilting channels. I watch cooking, I watch lifestyle, I watch renovations, because I kind of like all of that stuff too. My husband does not like me watching renovations because I decide I want to fix something. And if y'all hear somebody coughing, it's him in the other room. He came in today. So I am just piecing this together block by block. I am so excited to be getting this top done. If I get it done tonight, I may even just go on and take it to the long arm tomorrow. She's got 3 of my little quilts already, or a quilt and a wall hanger and a baby quilt. So I don't mind carrying her another one. I know we had those quilt shows, and I think she was quite busy with work that came in from that. But she had told me when I was in there last week that it had kind of slowed down. So, just hopefully she stays busy, and I always wish the best for small businesses because it's so hard to make it right now. In our local area, I saw something on a local Facebook group just asking people to shop local because we had in our area another small business closed. I don't know which one it is. If it's the one I'm thinking, we did have one of our hair salons closed, and it was the one I went to. But there is another one I can go to. And they have really good hairdressers there too, but you never like to hear that your hairdresser's gone out of business. But I don't know. I'm afraid it's a different business than that. And if it's this other one, they're one of my favorite places to go. But you know, I can't keep a business open by myself. But y'all, are y'all doing a quilt? Are you piecing something? Are you sewing something? What you got going on? This is our, well, I guess I should say, welcome to our Whip It Wednesday. This is a current work in progress that I've had on my table. I guess let me give you some of the details about it. This is the Starly pattern, or this is from the Starly pattern by Cotton and Joy. The line of fabric is stitched by Fig Tree & Company. And this quilt, it's going to be a throw. Was the throw that I was making at the retreat with Kristen with Icy Stars Quilting back the first weekend of February. I know it's horrible that I'm just now getting it done, but I've only been doing like a block a week, and there's 12 blocks. So I've done pretty good. I did like 3 blocks last week. So you see, like, I have these different colors. I have like these pastel blues, and I think I'll do that blue with a red. I did a yellow with a red. Now I do the blue with a red. The thing that I want to be doing next, I do have a small project that I want to do, but I do have 2 quilts that's coming up on my table. I'm waiting on the pattern I think it's called So Let's Be Quilty. They have a brown bag mystery quilt. I've got my fabric, but I haven't received my pattern yet. And I guess I need to go on their site and check that out to see how that was supposed to work. Because I can't really recall how. I think they mail it. It didn't come in my email. So I don't think that's how I was supposed to get it. But I am going to have to contact them because I think it said that March the 15th. And I'm sure if I just go to their website and look to see, that I will see they were going to mail it or email it. Or it may be on my account there. So I'll have to check it out. But I will have 2 more quilts that I am starting. I'll be starting one March 15th. And I will be getting clues for that one every 2 weeks. And then I have one that I'll be starting April the 1st with Kristen with Icy Starts Quilting. Again, this will be the 3rd quilt that I've made with her. The first one was a throw. It was the Anna Maria Horner, the Brave Challenge. I did a throw with that. And then this one here, the Starly. The sew along that she's doing now, or quilt along that she's doing now, it's called Patchwork Poetry. It is a Taylor Swift inspired sew along. You do not have to be a Swiftie to do this because I'm not a Swiftie. But I'm not against. I like the music, you know. And but anyway, she will be starting her sew along or quilt along April 1st. So, and with that one, you pretty much, you pick your own fabric, you pick your own pattern, and she has like Zoom calls or with you and lives with you. And I think it's going to be fabulous. Now, of course, this one, now the Anna Maria Horner, the only thing you had to pay for then was like your fabric. But this one here, she does have levels of participation, I think. I'm not real sure what it's called. But you have levels that you get in. Well, of course, I had to do the biggest one because I like Kristen that much. And you get extra help, and you get tutorials, and you get additional information. You know, you get so much information, and Kristen so freely gives her help. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, it's not free, but for what I paid, which was way less than $100, I'm getting about $1,000 of classes from her. So I think that is super deal. Those are my next 2 quilts that are on my table that I want to be doing, but I have a lot of small projects that I want to do as well. And I think on a daily basis, what I will do is focus on a small project, and then on the weekend do like a long day of working on the quilts. Because I have some bags that I want to do. I have, I have the project bags. I need to go out there and design my labels. I actually have the design. I just haven't ordered my labels yet. And these are going to be labeled, little labels that go on little projects, the little satin labels. Now, I will be designing a larger quilt label, so when my my quilts come back, it's going to be like triangular, and that way I can put it on the back of a quilt. I have some tone on tone or white on white tonal or white tonal or whatever you want to call it fabric over here that I can use for that. So I will probably design it and put it on a thumb drive to keep it, because what I'll do is I will change out, like I do want to put the pattern name, and I do want to include the fabric line and like the date and stuff like that. I do have a kitty cat trying to get some loving. He'll be jumping up here in a second. He jumps up from the back of the chair. If I don't pay him any mind, he'll jump up here. You'll see him come up here in a second. Sometime. There he is. Come here, baby. See, watching. He's going to come over. Come here. What, darling? What do you want? Huh? Of course, he's going to come where you can't see. What is it? Oh, he's all about the lovins. He's not really a kitty cat that lets you pick him up. He'll let me do this to him, though. Hi. Hey, darling. He's just now getting to where he'll do this. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, see, he's had enough. But where was I? I get so easily distracted by my kitty cats. And I don't care if I get cat hair on my quilt, because they're going to be laying on it anyway. And it will be washed at least once a week, so I have to make sure it's good and sturdy. I will say it is difficult sewing this without the light on. I tried cutting the light down, and I had a message even that they would like to see me sewing, that my light was so bright. And it is. The light is extremely bright. I need to recharge my little light over here. It's not very bright either. And I need to look at the time because, okay, it is almost 8 o'clock. And I see we've been recording for about 30 minutes. But some of that was me messing with my mic, because the mic I was trying to use, yeah, no. I, for some reason, am not charging things. I have a new mic. I've not learned. It's one of them Rode mics, but for some reason we can't get it to work with my phone. Okay, so I've got to do 3 across, so I'll do 2, 2, 2, and then I'll do the 2 here, and then 2. I think that's it. Yeah, so I'll just do 2 panels together. And I'll just have to make sure that when I lay them that they're not the same color side by side. Now, none of these have the same colors, so that's really not going to be an issue. None of them have this, well, they may have the same 2 colors, just not the same. Like this one right here has this leafy green and then the flower green. The other one has the flower green and then the leafy green. So those two do have the same color, but different placements. And I've been seeing those that are being posted in our group for the retreat where people are finishing their quilts. And y'all, there was a lady that did hers in batiks. Oh man, so beautiful. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do the next one with Kristen. I'm thinking I may do it with batiks. But I don't know. I probably should just smash the stash and use something, you know, use some of my stash. Which I probably could do that. Because we all know I got plenty of stash. But the pattern that I found, you can either do it like very scrappy with, I think like 15 fat quarters, or you can do it with, and plus your background, your fat quarters plus your background. Or you could do it with your background in 3 different colors. So I'm thinking about doing the black background and some batiks. If I choose to do the batiks, I haven't decided yet. Have not decided how I'm going to do that yet. I do know I have some batiks over here somewhere. I need to get my thrift and fabrics kind of all folded up to the same size so I can store them. I have not gotten them all stored away yet. But I do have them all kind of stacked together. But yeah, this one here, this quilt did take a little longer. Well, let me say that, a lot longer than the Brave one. But it's because this pattern had a lot of half square triangles and flying geese. A lot of both of them. But I am really excited to get started with the next one. Now, I do still have like my pressed flowers that I'm working on. You might have seen my video yesterday when I came in from work. My box was here, y'all. I was so excited to get that. So, and I'll probably do that block next week, I'm guessing. But y'all, I have no idea what this is going to look like. I am very excited to be getting it done. I'm not pressing these things. Probably not. I don't know, I may. And this may be a quick night. I mean, you may only get a nice little 15-20 minute video out of this one tonight. But y'all, I'm so excited that y'all come along with me, and I'm hoping you're sewing something while listening to me ramble on. I do hope to be bringing y'all along. Once I say I'm trying to get these big ones done and off my table so I can do the smaller ones, but doggone it if I don't bring 2 more on it. But that's okay. I'm thinking I'm going to just start doing my big quilts though on the weekends. You know, just work on that on the weekend. So maybe I can do smaller projects during the week. Because I only have a couple of hours in the evening time. Really, I mean, I came in here and I was doing some prep before I came. But I get off work at 4:30. I get home at 5. I try to rest and relax about an hour. You know, eat, relax. Sometimes when I'm doing that, I do my diamond painting kit. I actually was Did I get any cross stitching done today? No, I think I did cross stitching yesterday. Some days I just have to do something a little different. And I will say that cross stitching, even though I've sewn, cross stitching has kind of been my love for quite a few years. My sister and I used to go to cross stitch retreats in, I think, Tulsa, Oklahoma, at the Post Oak Lodge. It was, there's the Silver Needle up there, but that's not who gave it. The storefront that did the retreat is no longer in business, but I think the Silver Needle was across the road from them, and I think they are still in business. But they were more than just a cross-stitch store, and the one that we used to go to, or the retreats with, they were just cross-stitch, I think. And I know we had a local, well, I say local, it was in Shreveport, so it was about an hour and a half for me. We had a store, they were called Knots and Needles, but they actually did framing as well, and they're closed. So it is pretty much anything for cross stitch that I want. Cross stitching, I just about have to order everything online. Now I can order, or I can go pick up my DMC thread from my floss. I can pick it up from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I don't like going to Michael's to get it because they don't put that straight. They just throw it in there, which is very irritating to me, because they don't have anybody to take the time and, you know, separate it and make sure it's in the right slot. It's just awful. Okay, so now we have our pairs of blocks done. So what I'll need to do is I need to put 4 sets up in there. I need to put 4 sets like this. And then I'll do 2 sets on the sides. So I'm going to pause you for a minute here. I need to kind of do a layout to see what this is going to look like. Okay, I think I have it figured out. This is going to be my very bottom block. This is going to be the one above it. So I am going to pin these together right here. Now, I know the book or the pattern probably shows me a different way to be putting these together. I'm just putting them together how I see fit, because the end result is going to be the same. I am going to have a quilt in the end. We have been going for just about an hour. I'm trying to get back on my time frame where I give you guys an hour each evening, possibly, but you're not going to get an hour-long video. It does seem that when I record for about an hour, like all of that there that I just did, I actually didn't pause you. I'm just going to edit that out, because I was flopping fabrics around, and you don't want to see that. But for us, I think if it dries up enough, I am going to try to plant out my garden this weekend. It's not going to be anything big or major. Probably mainly just some flowers, and I don't guess I need to plant okra this year, but I will. I like planting okra. I don't know why. I may need to be planting it and making me some pickled okra because I eat a lot of pickled okra. Because I like crunchy. So here lately I've been eating a lot of pickled okra, dill pickles, the crunchy ones. So I try to only grow things that I'll eat, and I'm not going to be eating any beans or peas any longer. So I won't grow that, and I probably won't grow tomatoes either this year. But I do have some chives that are coming back up. I have strawberries that are coming back up, asparagus. I need a way bigger asparagus bed than what I have, which is crazy. My asparagus is already going to shoots. And I don't know if those roots were actually not 3-year roots. I thought everything I had was at least a 3-year root now, but it might not have been. Okay, so I am going to sew these two together. And I have to remember which one is my bottom one. The yellow and red is my bottom one. Because the next thing I'll do is add the next one on top of this one. And it's this same. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to second guess myself. I'm just going to do it. And I will be calling it a night here in just a little bit. I'm hoping to get at least 2 sets of the strips on here. But being that tonight is my husband's first night home, I'm going to try to go spend some time with him before it gets too late. He's actually been sleeping all day and just woke up because he normally works nights. So he's been sleeping most of the time that I've been home. I will tell you the biggest tip for this throw that I can give you is to trim. This pattern does give you exact measurements after each set of blocks. Now, there's some that I didn't trim on this, and I'm sure this is going to be less than perfect, which will be fine with me though. But this pattern, it does give you the measurements of each. Once you finish a block unit, it does give you the measurements. Trim your blocks. After each step, trim. Because that little bitty bit makes a huge difference. But I did notice when I was making these, you know, the smaller individual blocks, that when you trim them, it comes out so much better. But I figured it'll all come out in the long arm anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it too bad. Okay, so this is my bottom 2 blocks here. I will have to get a big picture for you though. I'm kind of red heavy on one side, and I'm trying to adjust that. So what I'm going to do is turn my quilt the other direction. See, that's the good thing about this block, this pattern. It don't matter which way you turn it because the blocks are all the same. You know, whichever way you turn them. So yeah, I appreciate you coming out and watching me tonight, and hopefully you got some sewing done yourself. I'm a little over an hour now, so I am going to let you guys go. And thank you so much for joining me on my Whip It Wednesday. Hopefully next time that we come back together and you see this starly, hopefully it'll be completed. Maybe I'll be binding it. Who knows? Maybe. But I do know I want to go on and get just this one last panel put on. But I'm going to call it a night here with y'all. Because as I said, we've been here for an hour. And I probably need to be calling it a night here for myself. And so I can go spend some time with my husband. Because I can always come back to this tomorrow. It will still be here. And it will still be laying right here on my sewing machine. So guys, if you like this type of video, just kind of a sew and chat along with me, give me a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please do. It helps my channel grow. Leave a comment. Tell me what you got going on. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.